and he's one of the great loves of my life. So, ironically, I also find out from Peter, based on the information that he had been given as a straight man, and then sort of me in the mix, like suddenly, that mention, again, allegedly, mention had been made at a dinner party that that director and that screenwriter were at with my agent, CV. I don't think she's in the country anymore. About Sean, quote, better not bend over in the kitchen. Ha 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 ha, table laugh. Now, we all know what that means, that if you bend over in the kitchen, I'm going to mount you because I'm this uncontrollable homosexual. So I get wind of this kind of like, oh my God, imagine the feelings and the betrayal and the shock and awe of everything, of all of this. So screw them. He comes, lives in my home. You know, I mean, we had like a honeymoon, like when he finally moved in, we went to Malibu, spent the weekend in like a motel on the beach, you know, I mean, this was like, you know, like puppy lovey stuff, you know, hardcore puppy lovey stuff. So, Peter is the only one alive that knew Tim, my lover, my partner that died of AIDS at 20, and I was 21. Okay, he was in and around this time prior to Tim, okay? So we have our love affair. Our love affair sort of crumbles in a year or 6 months, I don't know. And Tim comes into my life. Guess what? This Peter, love of my life, embraces Tim, figuratively speaking. He knew Tim. He knew Tim when Tim and I started getting together. And of course, as I've mentioned, Tim told me his status right out of the gate. So this guy that y'all kicked out of your house, just like so many other guys that y'all don't want to talk about, shame on you, not you guys, that I don't know what to say, except for the fact that Peter went on to abandon acting as a closeted person, ergo slaughter princes by the thousands, and went on to work in sort of apprenticeship in production, became a very successful manager of 3 actors well known. One is just passed, comedian that he managed. And then he went on to become a producer. Then he was encouraged to go to run for political office. And now he didn't, you know, he was well regarded, he did well, and now he decided to hire his education in Manhattan, New York City, and then there we go, happily ever after. He found a partner, okay? So I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm so sorry I'm agitated, but this bled into all kinds of Slaughter Prince stuff and clarification on that, and this, you know, kind of like heart-wrenching story and whatever. I'm gonna leave you with this. For those cynics in Hollywood, and again, not you guys really, for those cynics in Hollywood that disregard me as a failed, disgruntled guy with nothing better to do due to his disability and prognoses and things like that, to kind of jumble up a few concepts from a few ideas and people that he knew about in the industry and make this movement about slaughter princes. Do you want to know how I know? Half of what I know that hasn't been sent to me, that I don't have emails about and letters about and people that are still alive to attest to this? The other half of those stories that I know about these slaughtered princes is pillow talk. Okay, I didn't really want to have to ever go here. But half of what I know about slaughtered princes in the hundreds is because my numbers are in the hundreds, okay? So all of that was pillow talk. And you know how intimate and deep pillow talk can be, even for an hour or 3 or 8 or 6. And I have hundreds of stories firsthand. Do the math. Okay, thanks for joining me today. I'm sorry this was such a bombastic show and everything, but wanted to get that story out, never to really return to it. Y'all know it, you know it in detail, and you can see how it makes me, how it impacts me. So again, be good to yourself, and I'll see you with clips, teasers, previews, and shows, and I adore you, all of you, for tolerating me and sharing or allowing me to share my stories with you. Always. See you tomorrow. Okay, bye.